Hello everyone, welcome to Level Up Quiz. Shall we solve the quiz today? Don't forget to subscribe, like, and set the alarm. Let's get started.
Real estate. Level 1. What is the term for the person who sells property?
Real estate agent.
What is the term for the amount of money paid monthly to live in a rented property?
Rent.
What is the fee paid to a real estate agent for their services?
Commission.
What is the term for the initial payment made when buying a property?
Down payment.
What is the term for the person who owns rental property?
Landlord. So far so good?
What is the term for the document that shows who owns a piece of property?
Title.
What is the term for the amount of money borrowed to buy a property?
Mortgage.
What is the legal document that transfers ownership of property from one person to another?
Deed.
What is the term for the person who rents property from a landlord?
Tenant.
What is the term for the value of a property after subtracting any mortgages or debts?
Equity. Cheer up.
What is the term for a fixed, regular payment made by a tenant to a landlord for the use of property?
Lease.
What is the term for the legal process of determining a property's value?
Appraisal.
What is the term for a tax paid on property owned?
Property tax.
What is the term for the person who provides the loan for purchasing a property?
Lender.
What is the term for a legal agreement to rent property for a specific period?
Lease agreement. Keep going.
What is the term for the agreement between buyer and seller on the sale of a property?
Purchase agreement.
What is the term for a professional who evaluates property value?
Appraiser.
What is the term for the money held by a third party during the property transaction process?
Escrow.
What is the term for the legal process of transferring property ownership?
Closing.
What is the term for the person who manages rental properties for owners?
Property manager.
Real estate. Level 2. What type of property is used for business activities and not residential living?
Commercial property.
What is the term for a legal right granted by a property owner to another party for use of the land?
Easement.
What is the term for the reduction in value of an asset over time?
Depreciation.
What is the term for the additional amount charged by a lender on top of the principal loan amount?
Interest.
What is the term for the legal procedure to remove a tenant from rental property?
Eviction. So far so good?
What is the term for the original amount of money borrowed in a loan?
Principal.
What is the term for a loan with an interest rate that can change over time?
Adjustable rate mortgage.
What is the term for the portion of the property's value that the owner has paid off?
Equity.
What is the term for the document that proves ownership of a property?
Title deed.
What is the term for the process of paying off a loan with regular payments over time?
Amortization. Cheer up.
What is the term for a property's potential income minus operating expenses?
Net operating income.
What is the term for a professional who evaluates property value for taxation purposes?
Tax assessor.
What is the term for the fees paid at the closing of a real estate transaction?
Closing costs.
What is the term for the financial assistance provided by a government agency to help people buy homes?
Housing grant.
What is the term for the official estimate of a property's value by a government entity for tax purposes?
Assessed value. Keep going.
What is the term for a property that is not occupied by its owner and is rented out to tenants?
Rental property.
What is the term for the practice of renting a property to a tenant who then sublets it to another tenant?
Subletting.
What is the term for the ownership of property by two or more parties with undivided interests?
Joint tenancy.
What is the term for the physical inspection of a property to assess its condition?
Home inspection.
What is the term for a loan taken out against the equity in a property?
Home equity loan.
Real estate. Level 3. What is the term for a lease agreement where the tenant is responsible for property taxes, insurance, and maintenance?
Triple net lease.
What is the term for a detailed plan outlining how a property will be used or developed?
Zoning plan.
What is the term for the ratio of the amount of loan to the value of the property?
Loan to value ratio.
What is the term for the legal principle that restricts a person from denying facts that another person has relied on?
Estoppel.
What is the term for the financial return generated from an investment property?
Return on investment. So far so good?
What is the term for the difference between the sale price of a property and its purchase price?
Capital gain.
What is the term for a legally binding document that outlines the terms of a loan?
Promissory note.
What is the term for the percentage of rental properties in an area that are vacant?
Vacancy rate.
What is the term for the agreement by which an insurance company agrees to cover certain risks?
Insurance policy.
What is the term for the legal right to live in a property owned by another person?
Life estate. Cheer up.
What is the term for the type of insurance that covers damage to a property caused by natural disasters?
Hazard insurance.
What is the term for the person responsible for maintaining common areas in a condominium?
Homeowners association.
What is the term for a short-term loan used to finance the purchase of a new property before selling the old one?
Bridge loan.
What is the term for the process of dividing a property into smaller parcels?
Subdivision.
What is the term for the legal requirement to disclose known defects in a property?
Disclosure obligation. Keep going.
What is the term for the legal document that transfers ownership of real property from one person to another?
Warranty deed.
What is the term for the loan balance that remains after a payment is made?
Outstanding balance.
What is the term for a type of mortgage that requires higher monthly payments at the beginning of the loan term?
Graduated payment mortgage.
What is the term for the legal procedure for distributing a deceased person's estate?
Probate.
What is the term for the practice of setting aside funds for future property maintenance and repairs?
Reserve fund.
Real estate. Level 4. What is the term for a real estate investment trust right that owns and operates income-generating properties?
Equity right.
What is the term for a legal arrangement where property is held in a trust for the benefit of another party?
Trust deed.
What is the term for the process of verifying a property's legal status and ownership?
Title search.
What is the term for the method of selling property through a public auction?
Foreclosure auction.
What is the term for the process of obtaining financing for a property through a combination of debt and equity?
Capital stack. So far so good?
What is the term for the legal concept that allows a property owner to pass ownership to another party without a formal sale?
Gift deed.
What is the term for the process of obtaining a mortgage loan with terms and conditions that are favorable to the borrower?
Mortgage shopping.
What is the term for the process of selling a property through a real estate broker to maximize exposure and achieve the best possible price?
Brokered sale.
What is the term for the process of converting a property from one use to another, such as from residential to commercial?
Property conversion.
What is the term for the legal agreement that transfers ownership of a property from the seller to the buyer, subject to certain conditions?
Sale-leaseback agreement. Cheer up.
What is the term for the process of selling a property through a competitive bidding process to achieve the highest possible price?
Auction sale.
What is the term for the detailed analysis of a property's environmental condition, including potential contamination and remediation costs?
Environmental site assessment.
What is the term for the agreement that allows a tenant to sublease the property to another party, subject to the landlord's approval?
Sublease agreement.
What is the term for the process of acquiring distressed properties at a discount, renovating them, and selling them for a profit?
Fix and flip.
What is the term for the financial ratio that measures a property's ability to cover its debt obligations with its net operating income?
Debt service coverage ratio. Keep going.
What is the term for the legal concept that ensures a property owner has a clear and marketable title, free of any encumbrances or defects?
Title insurance.
What is the term for the clause in a lease that allows the tenant to extend the lease term under predefined conditions?
Renewal option.
What is the term for the detailed financial statement that outlines all expected income and expenses for a property over a specific period?
Pro forma.
What is the financial metric used to evaluate the profitability of a property by dividing the net operating income by the current market value?
Capitalization rate.
What is the legal concept that allows a government to take private property for public use, providing fair compensation to the owner?
Eminent domain.
Real estate. Level 5. What is the concept that involves the use of complex financial instruments to hedge against real estate market risks?
Real estate derivatives.
What is the term for the advanced statistical method used to predict property values by analyzing a large set of market data?
Hedonic pricing model.
What is the advanced legal term for the transfer of property ownership through the court's decision?
Judicial conveyance.
What is the term for the financial instrument that allows investors to gain exposure to the real estate market without direct property ownership?
Real estate investment trust.
What is the term for a type of investment fund that pools money from many investors to purchase real estate properties?
Real estate mutual fund. So far so good?
What is the legal term for a court order to enforce the transfer of a property?
Writ of possession.
What is the term for a financial strategy that involves using a combination of debt and equity to finance a real estate project?
Capital structuring.
What is the advanced legal term for the property interest retained by the original owner after a sale or lease?
Reversionary interest.
What is the advanced term for the legal principle that prevents a person from denying a fact that has already been established by a legal agreement?
Collateral estoppel.
What is the term for the legal document that grants the lender a lien on the borrower's property as security for a loan?
Deed of trust. Cheer up.
What is the term for the process of converting a property into a different use, such as from residential to commercial?
Adaptive reuse.
What is the term for the process of acquiring multiple properties and combining them into a single, larger development?
Land assemblage.
What is the term for the advanced financial strategy that involves hedging real estate investments with derivatives?
Real estate hedging.
What is the term for the detailed legal document that outlines the terms of a property sale, including contingencies and closing conditions?
Purchase and sale agreement.
What is the term for the advanced legal principle that allows a property owner to reclaim their property after a period of non-use?
Adverse possession. Keep going.
What is the term for the advanced financial strategy that involves using leverage to maximize returns on a real estate investment?
Leveraged buyout.
What is the term for the legal concept that allows a property owner to limit the use of their property to specific purposes?
Restrictive covenant.
What is the term for the legal principle that allows the transfer of property ownership without a formal sale through a will or inheritance?
Intestate succession.
What is the term for the advanced financial strategy that involves using other investors' capital to finance a real estate project?
Equity syndication.
What is the term for the legal concept that allows a property owner to use airspace above their property for development purposes?
Air rights. Congratulations. Move on to the next topic, come on.